This is a story of surrender. Surrender to the fool's journey. To the falling towers, to the unfoldment, our heroine finally decides to yield. To play the cards she had been so graciously dealt. And in her act of bravery, she triggers the beginning of an end. This is her becoming. So what awaits our dear fool? What is made in the time between old and new? What lies between was and is? To understand the path forward, we must first go back. 2021. Fresh out of high school and restless for more than the quiet Alaskan valley she called home, our heroine set off in pursuit of a dream. To study fashion design in the Big Apple. She traded snow-capped mountains for skyscrapers, believing her childhood passion, sewing, designing, and playing dress-up, would be enough to carry her through art school. But the city dazzled, and the fool was easily swept up. New friends, nights out, and unfamiliar attention pulled her from her studies. Before she could catch it, her silk chiffon tower fell, ripped through by heartache, betrayal, and her mother's fading health. By the end of her first year, her sense of self had declined, and for the first time in her life, her grades followed. That sticky city summer tested her faith, strength, and spirit. 3 months reduced to a blur of iron as she held the front line, fighting an internal battle from which she did not emerge unscathed. 3 of Swords. 2022. Year 2 of art school approached. Our beloved fool dusted off her rose-colored glasses as she settled into her new rooms on Fifth Avenue. But those pretty shades faded quickly into something darker. Cycles repeated. Self-sabotage, isolation, disordered eating. The holidays left her secluded in the dorms, homesick for the first time in her life. Sick of pretending, sick of fake friendships, sick of feeling so alone. The universe presented a choice. Take a break and return home to heal, or stay and cling to the plan. Under the light of the moon, fears eclipsed clarity. Rest felt like failure. Ignoring the needs of her mind, body, and spirit, she did nothing. And so, the divine intervened. A series of blocks made registering for spring semester impossible. She recognized the pattern, yet still, she resisted. In her refusal to accept the turning of the wheel, it barreled through her housing security. Our fool became a wanderer once more, crashing on couches across Brooklyn, New York. Wheel of Fortune, reversed. Come 2023, our beloved fool finally found her way home to Alaska, just as Source had gently nudged her to do all along. She reflected, she wept, she released. And with this newfound space within, she was able to receive a gift. An opportunity to attend a fashion design retreat in the very city she had just left. In her heart, she knew this was a golden nugget placed along her path. A divinely guided trip full of whispers from the angels and moments of deep knowing. She sat where winners sat and found herself lucky in ways she couldn't explain. Even when doubt crept in and she questioned whether she belonged in the room, something always reminded her she was there for a reason. That short trip taught her many things about limiting beliefs, identity, possibility, and the quiet truth of what she really wanted for her future, even if she was at the time too afraid to say it aloud. With her return back to the familiar birch trees and grassy fields of the last frontier, our beloved fool's spirits had lifted.
Spider. This is from a birch tree. Birch trees are beautiful.
She found herself inspired to create from a place of joy again. And so, she did. It was divine intervention that our heroine took that gap year. It was divine guidance that led to the decision to officially drop out of school. Little did our heroine know how pivotal her next chapter would be. Wheel of Fortune, upright. It was 2024, that fated year of the dragon, when I, the fool, found myself back in the city where it all began. I am blessed to say that most of that 365-day cycle was divinely orchestrated, though not in the ways that I would have composed. No, it was grander than I could have come up with at the time. I began to witness the first sprouts of seeds I had long since planted and prayed over. Yet, every joy-filled day, each synchronicity, every confirmation was followed by restless nights, unsettled by the rumbling of something deep within. Something foreign, yet vaguely familiar, like the shadow of a self once known, a shape that could not hold the expressions of the one who cast it, whose sunlit eyes could not be reflected in the literal absence of light. It was the year of the stirring of something buried, something that had been overshadowed by fear in limiting beliefs, lost beneath masks and false truths. Something that had laid dormant for who knows how long had moved, awoken. Something had begun. What could it be? Oh, that faded year. Just as what was within me begged for acknowledgement, for nurture, as did that without. Gaze averted, I grew distracted by the glittering chaos surrounding me, manifested by the growing restlessness inside. It soon came to be mirrors all around, reflecting the turbulent waters of the psyche. By the 10th month of our collective year 8, the next tower finally fell. A chapter of perspective shifted as the damsel fell from her tower, and in my distress, things began to fall apart and into place. Finally, I had seen with striking clarity that my tower, stitched of shiny polyester silk, was just that. Shiny. Counterfeit. A structure never built to endure the harsh winds of avoidance, nor the unforgiving storm of consequence. Amongst the shreds and rubble of a foundation that was never meant to last was the realization that the environment I knew was not the one that the creature stirring within me could thrive. That was when the goddess answered my prayers. She picked my near-defeated vessel up off of the city concrete, out of the valley of shadow and death, and placed me and my wits back into the valley of my childhood, where my dreams first came to be. It is in the arms of Earth Mother where I shall nurture this golden egg. But what foundation must be prepared for new life to thrive? I do not have all the answers now, but here is what I know today. 1. After every nightfall, the sun shall unfailingly rise, bringing the dawn of a new day and limitless possibilities that await. 2. Our dreams also dream of us, for proof may be found in the imagination. 3. My name is Ane Shine, and this is my becoming. The star.